Hello everyone and welcome to my video. Thank you for joining me ahead of FC Barcelona's third game of the La Liga season against Sevilla. So the game will be kicked off tomorrow at 9 PM local time in Barcelona, and it will be played at the Camp Nou. So Barca and Sevilla are very evenly matched on the La Liga table because they are the only two teams thus far that have won all their games. Granted, they have played the least games with only 2 apiece, but there can only be one winner tomorrow, so we will see who will continue their winning streak. But looking at Sevilla's past 2 games in La Liga, they have already overcome Cadiz 3-1 away and Levante 1-0 at home. So in these 2 games, Sevilla did control the possession quite comfortably. And that is something that I think that will definitely change in this game, because I think that Sevilla will be happy to let Barcelona have the ball and try and counter-attack us whenever they can, much like our last game against Celta Vigo. I also predict that there's going to be a lot of yellow cards and fouls in this game, because in Sevilla's last 2 games they have committed 28 fouls and 8 yellow cards. And I think that will continue over in the game tomorrow to try and get a retaliation from Barcelona to commit fouls and then take advantage of those fouls to create chances for set pieces. That is what they did against Bayern Munich in the Super Cup game a couple of weeks ago, and I think that is what they'll try and do against us, because Sevilla have been quite good in the air when it comes to scoring goals. But saying that, Sevilla will have to definitely step up their shooting accuracy, because in their last game against Levante, they only managed to get 2 shots on target out of 16. And even though they had 16 shots, they only managed to break the deadlock and make it 1-0 on the 92nd minute. So if Sevilla does come into this game with that sort of shooting accuracy, I don't think Barcelona should have any troubles whatsoever getting the win, especially when you look at how clinical Barcelona have been in front of goal. But if we look at the last 5 matches between Barca and Sevilla, Barca have been victorious 3 times, drawn 1 and lost 1. But if you look at the last 5 matches at the Camp Nou, Barca has won the last 5 against Sevilla. And that is reassuring stats, but by no means is this going to be an easy game, because they have won their last 2 games, and Sevilla did take Bayern Munich to extra time in the Super Cup, and it took Bayern Munich 104 minutes to score their second goal. So I am confident going into this game, but Barca do need to stay switched on throughout the entire 90 minutes. And there will also be a familiar face in the game tomorrow in Ivan Rakitic, and he's only been away for us for 4 weeks and he will be returning to the Camp Nou, but not in the way that we're used to. And it will be interesting how Rakitic does treat this game, and if Sevilla score, how will he react? He'll obviously celebrate, but will he try and rub it in Barcelona's face? Because at the end of the day, he was forced out the door. And I have no doubts that he will create problems for us in the midfield, because he has always been a great passer of the ball. And it is welcomed competition, and I'm also very looking forward to seeing him back at the Camp Nou. But now on to the lineup, and I'm fully expecting the lineup to be exactly the same as it was against Celta Vigo, but with only one exception. And that exception would be our brand new signing, Serginho Dest. And there has been a lot of question marks on whether or not he would get a game for Barca against Sevilla, because he has only been with us for a couple of days. But in those couple of days, there's been a lot of high praise from Ronald Koeman himself, and he has been training with his fellow teammates since he has arrived. And just to add to that, Ronald Koeman has spoke to the media today about Serginho Dest, and Koeman was asked if Serginho Dest would be included in the starting lineup in the game tomorrow against Sevilla. And to that he did say, "As long as the paperwork is sorted, I have no problem working Dest into the first team immediately." And that does sound to me at the very least that Dest will be coming on as a sub, but I would bet that he would be included in the starting lineup and he will be Barca's starting right back. Because Ronald Koeman has been continuously saying that he wants to play players in their proper positions. And I don't think he'll be entirely convinced by Sergi Roberto as the number 1 right back. But you never know, the lineup could be exactly the same as it was against Celta Vigo, because Pjanic wasn't included in the game against Celta Vigo, and I think most people had him starting over Busquets. And he wasn't a starting player, nor did he even come on as a sub. So let me know in the comments down below if you think that Serginho Dest will start in the game against Sevilla tomorrow. So in the game tomorrow, I do think the speed of transition that we have seen in the past two games will be key for Barca if we are to beat Sevilla. And an example of that would be Clement Longley. And he has been playing these long balls to Messi and Coutinho, for instance. And when he has played these long passes, instead of playing it short to De Jong or Busquets, Piqué or Jordi Alba, he long passes it to attacking players, and that has been resulting in immediate counter-attacks and sometimes goals. And Barca's first goal this season against Villarreal is a perfect example of this, because Longley has it in his own half comfortably, and all it takes is one run from Jordi Alba to get in behind and a perfectly weighted pass from Longley. Then all Jordi Alba has to do is wait for Ansu to progress into the box, perfectly weighted pass, instant goal. And that is precisely what we need to do on the attack against Sevilla, because they will commit players back and it will be very hard to break them down once they have all 11 men back. And that is exactly what happened in the game against Bayern Munich. Bayern were too slow in the transition, and because of that, Sevilla were able to get all their players back, and that made it extremely difficult for Bayern to score. And that is extremely hard to do against a team like Bayern Munich. I will also be expecting Busquets, De Jong, Griezmann, Coutinho and Ansu to press the man on the ball like they did against Celta Vigo. And if we are able to suffocate the midfield and just generally work harder than Sevilla, I think that will result in a clean sheet for Barca, because there wasn't a time a Celta Vigo player had it in their final third that there wasn't at least 3 Barca players around them. And that made it nearly impossible for Celta Vigo to get a clear shot on target. And I do think maintaining that clean sheet will be the key for Barcelona. I think that if our attacking players come back, help in defence, our attack will take care of itself. Because if we have shown something across the 2 games, we definitely have quality going forward. And Barca have never been a team to struggle to score goals at the Camp Nou. But I really do hope that we do maintain this mentality to work harder than the other team. Especially because this is the last game before the international break. And if we do win this game, we could go to the top of the La Liga table. So all that is left is a score prediction, and I do predict that Barca will win 3-0 tomorrow. Because I am very confident based on Barca's current form, and I am very confident that they will maintain this form and they will beat Sevilla. So that is everything from me. Let me know what you think the score will be in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Thank you very much everyone for watching, and a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed and is supporting me throughout all my videos. So thank you and bye.